So welcome to the Raleigh-Durham Small Business Owners and Professionals LinkedIn group, Meet the Member. Today we're meeting Ben Cadlick. He is a partner and financial consultant with the Business Strategies of North Carolina Group. So Ben, the way we start is to have you do your elevator pitch. That accomplishes two things for us. One, it allows you to give us a brief introduction to you and your company. And then secondly, it's an opportunity for us to learn from each other, because as you're doing your elevator pitch, we may pick up a point or two that we can use in our elevator pitches. So if you're ready, Ben, share your elevator pitch with us.
Sure. Thanks, Bill, for inviting me to have this opportunity. Happy to do that. So the Business Strategies Group is a group of consultants at AXA Advisors that specializes in working with business owners to help them pursue and preserve their business, the value of their business more tax efficiently. We do it through working with business four main areas. The first is succession planning. The second is risk management to protect their firm's income and revenues. The third is by creating programs to help protect and maintain key employees. And the fourth is working on qualified plans and other executive bonus plans.
Okay, very good. So Ben, thanks for that introduction. Tell us a little more about the Business Strategies Group of North Carolina. What services do you provide? What markets do you serve?
Sure. Again, so I mentioned a little bit in the elevator pitch. But again, the services we provide is what I call is we work with business owners in those four main what ifs it needs to be a business owner. So again, it's what if I don't want to do this anymore? Or we work with business owners on succession planning, helping them prepare either a sale of their business, help them identify a key person or individual for an inside transition, or having them move to a more passive role and where they can maintain the vision of the business but have other people work in them. Again, on the risk management piece, as if you're in a partnership, as you know, what happens to your partner may happen to you. So evaluating buy-sell agreements and updating them and making sure they're funded correctly. The third part is, as many people know, if you have an employer-sponsored plan, many changes in the Department of Labor rules that are coming out. Your qualified plan is either probably going to be out of date or you're not protected in the fiduciary. Your fiduciary protection is probably not where it needs to be.
Right.
With key people, many businesses have at least one or two key people, either a salesman or engineer that you really want to lock up. We create a structures to help them think like business owners rather than employees, so you can maintain that human capital in your business.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, what was part of that question?
Well, and what markets do you serve?
Sure. So we serve, again, business owners. We're really looking at business owners that have 5 or more employees that are profitable and are ready to take that next step where they've started to have some of those complexities that they need answers. Of course, we're happy to sit down with any business owner who's starting out. I would rather introduce you to the program we have now. If we're not ready to help you now, hopefully your business will grow within a year or two, and at that point you'll be ready to sit down with us.
Great, very good. So Ben, tell us what separates and differentiates Business Strategies Group of North Carolina from the other businesses that play in the same space as you?
Sure. So there's two main things that differentiate us. One is we do take a pure consultative approach. We have a program called the Blueprints for Tomorrow, which we have an exclusive license for in North Carolina. But over 2,000 business owners are part of this program throughout the country, and it's been around for more than 10 years. So it's a proven track record that business owners can run on, that they can have confidence on. Also, being on the AXA Advisors platform, we are what we call an open architecture platform that enables us to work with over 50 different insurance companies, and we use LPL Financial as our broker-dealer. LPL Financial is one of the largest independent broker-dealers in the country. So when we go to solve these problems with different potential financial and insurance products, our client knows that we sit on their side of the table and we can go to our toolbox and find them really the right fit for them out in that marketplace.
Wow, very good. So, there's always something that we don't understand about various businesses. Ben, what about your business do you think would surprise us when we hear it?
I think what would surprise you is that we do have a program, so that is easy to understand. It's repeatable, sustainable, it adds value. Again, coming in with a consultative approach rather than a product approach, I think is refreshing, and business owners tend to be surprised when we do that. Also, one thing that they appreciate and benefit from is all of our meetings are meant to last 30 minutes or less. We know that they're very busy working in their businesses, but if you can take a half an hour a week or a half an hour time with us to work on your business, that is time well spent.
Gotcha. So, Ben, how did you get into the financial services, financial planning business?
Sure. So I started my career in the late 90s on Wall Street. What every 20-year-old in the late 90s covered, technology, stocks. I wrote investment opinions specifically on networking equipment technology. There was a time I think I was one of the longest running sell-side analysts on Cisco. I wrote research opinions on many of the technology companies in the Triangle, including NetApp, IBM, Red Hat. I have a technology background. In 2009, I was co-managing about $10 billion in mutual fund assets, and at the bottom of that last crash, my daughter was born, and my wife and I decided quickly that we needed to find another place to live. So cast a fairly wide net and had the opportunity to come down and be the director of research and lead portfolio manager at a Durham-based asset management company called NCM Capital, run by a gentleman named AXA Sloan. Was there for 3 years, and I've always wanted to be an owner in a business, and the opportunity to move to the wealth management side and become a partner in the business strategies group and also another more traditional wealth management group is very appealing to me. In this area that's growing very rapidly with a lot of business formation, I felt that the opportunity to build a business and be a business owner and help business owners was much better than just that traditional asset management piece. So I like the fact that I can do a lot more. I've been taking care of people's retirements and assets for a long time, but this helped me broaden my reach.
Very good. I'll tell you, that's quite a journey. And, Ben, as we journey through our business experiences, we learn a lot of valuable lessons. Let me ask you, for the benefit of those listening, what book have you read or advice you've been given or experience that you've had in business that you think would be valuable for us, and why?
Sure. So I'll give you a classic book and a more recent one, if that would make sense. So I'm definitely a big 7 Habits fan. I try to read / listen to that when I have windshield time, at least once a year or every other year. The power of understanding how to build synergies and making win-wins with people that you work with or work for, I think, is very powerful. So, Stephen Covey's 7 Habits, I believe, is a book that everyone should read as soon as possible. A more recent one I read, which I found I didn't think I'd like, but I found that I enjoyed it, is Essentialism. I can't remember off the top of my head who wrote that, but again, boiling down what you do to those essentials. I think in taking that inward look to decide who you want to be and how you want to work, I think is also important.
Great. Well, Ben, thanks so much for joining us today. I'll tell you, it's been a real pleasure getting to know you and learning more about you and the Business Strategies Group in North Carolina. I'm sure the rest of the members of the Raleigh-Durham Small Business Owners and Professionals LinkedIn group feel the very same way. I hope you'll join us in the future at either some of our live networking events or webinars that we have planned. And again, thanks so much for joining us today, and I wish you much business success.